Ever feel like your ESG efforts are just going nowhere? Yeah, you're not alone. Especially for small businesses, getting your team truly on board with your big environmental and social goals can feel like you're hitting a brick wall. So in this explainer, we're going to skip all the corporate jargon. Instead, I'm giving you a practical, no-budget playbook to turn your team into actual ESG champions. Let's dive in.
You've sent the emails, right? You've brought it up in meetings. And yet, crickets. Nothing really seems to change. It's such a common frustration, and it makes you wonder, why do so many of these well-intentioned efforts just fizzle out before they even get going? What's the invisible barrier here?
So, you think money is your biggest problem when it comes to ESG? Think again. A recent survey found that for almost half of all companies, the number one barrier isn't the budget, it's employee engagement. See, it's not about the cash you have, it's all about the culture you build. And that's a problem we can definitely solve.
So here's how we're going to tackle this. First, we'll really dig into the engagement problem. Then, we'll look at why those big corporate strategies just don't work for small teams. After that, I'll give you a super simple 7-step plan you can start using immediately. And finally, we'll prove you don't need a big budget to make a huge difference.
Okay, first things first. Let's get a handle on the true scale of this engagement problem. It's probably bigger than you think. And honestly, it's the main reason why even the best ESG plans often just never get off the ground.
The numbers here are, well, they're pretty staggering. A recent Gallup poll showed that a whopping 87% of employees in Europe are not engaged at work. That isn't just a bit of apathy. It's a massive tide you're swimming against before you even mention sustainability. It's what happens when people feel disconnected from their company's bigger mission. But let's be really clear here. Engagement isn't just some fluffy HR term. It's the actual engine of your whole ESG strategy. I mean, your fancy recycling program is useless if nobody uses the right bins. Your energy-saving goals are just words on a page if no one bothers to turn off the lights. It all comes down to your team being actively involved. And this isn't just about feeling good either. This directly impacts your bottom line. Data from Gallup shows that highly engaged teams are 23% more profitable. And get this, they cut staff turnover by more than half. For a small business, where losing even one person can be a huge disruption, that is a massive financial win. Okay, so if engagement is so important, why do the typical solutions fall so flat? Well, it's because most small businesses are trying to use a corporate playbook that was never, ever designed for them. It's kind of like trying to fix a watch with a sledgehammer. You know the drill from big corporations, right? Top-down mandates, glossy newsletters full of abstract jargon. But in a small, tight-knit team, that stuff just creates a wall of silence. Your team might nod along in the meeting, but nothing actually changes because it doesn't feel real or connected to what they do every day. But here's the brilliant part. Your small size is your secret weapon. It's a superpower. You don't need a corporate communications department. You can have real conversations. You can build genuine connections and create an authentic culture that a megacorporation could only dream of. You can actually make it personal. So how do you actually harness that superpower? It's time for the playbook. Here is a simple 7-step plan to turn all your good intentions into real, tangible results. And you can start tomorrow. Okay, let's start with 4 simple, no-cost actions. Number 1, at every single team meeting, share one number. Just one. It could be your weekly energy use or how much paper you used. It makes the abstract real. Number 2, just ask. A quick anonymous survey on what they actually care about tells you exactly where to focus. 3, assign ownership. Let different people lead on different topics and rotate every few months to build new skills. And finally, number 4, frame this as career development. ESG literacy is a really valuable skill to have these days.
All right, now for what might be the most powerful step of all. And you know what? It won't cost you a single cent. It's all about celebrating the wins. But the secret isn't just that you celebrate, it's how you celebrate.
So instead of a generic good job team, get specific. Like, Jana, your idea to put the boiler on a timer saved us €80 last month. That single sentence is so powerful. It's real, it's measurable, and it shows the whole team that their small individual actions have a big collective impact. That's how you build momentum. The final 2 steps are all about making this culture stick around for the long haul. Step 6, add a single page about your ESG commitment to your new hire materials.
This sets the tone from day one. And step 7, this one is so crucial for trust. Be honest with your data. If your energy use goes up 1 month, share that. It builds incredible trust and proves this is a real journey, not just a PR stunt.
And now for the biggest myth of them all, the idea that you need a huge budget to make any of this happen. Let's just debunk that right now.
Let me be crystal clear about this. You do not need a new budget to get your team engaged in sustainability. What you need is consistency. It's the small, everyday actions repeated over and over and over again that build the culture and drive real change. And here's the proof, plain and simple. Just look at these actions. Most of them take less than an hour of your time, one time, and cost absolutely nothing. We're talking about investing a few minutes, not thousands of euros. Even a bigger move, like switching to renewable energy, can be surprisingly cheap, or sometimes even free.
So here's the bottom line. Forget the grand gestures and the one-off projects. Real, lasting change comes from the small, consistent actions you take every single day. You know, doing something once is a performance. Doing it every month, that's a commitment. And that's what inspires a team and transforms a business.
So let's make this real. I want you to decide, right now, on the one number you're going to share with your team this week. Is it your energy bill, your recycling rate, maybe the number of volunteer hours? Just pick one. Because by doing just that, you've already taken the first and most important step.